Hi, my name is Charlene with Wild 50 Plus, and today I'm actually responding to a tag by Lisa from 50 is the New Fabulous. And Lisa has one of the most fun, entertaining, creative, educational channels ever. And it is definitely one of my favorites. She uploads on Wednesday mornings and Friday mornings, right around 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and I'm always waiting. She never disappoints. And I am going to link her channel below so that you can visit and subscribe. You will love her as much as I do. So this tag is about 5 hurdles or 5 things that you face on a daily basis that are due to aging. Now, let me just say this. I know some individuals do not like to use the term aging, and that's fine. But may I remind you that aging begins the moment we are born. The issue is not aging, is how we age. And it doesn't just kick in at 40s or 50s. It's doing all that we can so that we can continue maturing with as much quality of life as possible. Now, I had to really think about 5 things that I deal with on a daily basis, and I kind of watched myself for a few days, and I narrowed it down to 5. And number 1 is negative self-chatter or negative self-talk. And usually has to do with some aspects of aging, whether it is body, looks, future. Now, I completely understand the damage that negative self-talk can do if you let it speak loud and long. And it will affect your mood. It will affect your perception of what is true. And it can really do a lot of damage. It can influence your decision making. This is why we wake up and we look in the mirror and we go, oh. And we like to put makeup on because immediately that particular script switches to being more positive when we feel like, yes, I look better, I look prettier. So negative self-chatter is extremely dangerous. Your brain in itself is very negative, and that is called negativity bias. Your brain is not concerned with your happiness, it's concerned with your survival and your preservation. So whenever you step into maybe an environment or something that is not that can be a little bit dangerous, your brain immediately begins to, the hormones get activated, secreting, and it basically tells you to get out. It also registers and it remembers things that you told yourself you did not like. Like, for example, if you go to a class that is very challenging and it kind of puts you out of your comfort zone, and you tell yourself, I don't like this, I don't like this, I want out of here, your brain will remember that. So next time you attempt to go to something similar, is going to begin to basically tell you, no, you don't want to do this. Your breathing becomes a little labored. You feel like, oh, I don't want to do it. So that's why I tell my students, tell yourself that you love this, you like this, you enjoy it, you look forward to it. So that is what your brain will register, and it will work with you instead of against you the next time that you take the class. Number 2, aging, but not so much myself as much as my children and parents. My children, because it is a time of letting go, of adjusting to a lot of changes, and it is huge. If you're a parent, you understand this. You want to see them move forward into their lives. You want to see them become independent and thrive and do well, because that in itself makes you happy as a parent, of course. But it is a big adjustment for a mom and dad, and also parents in aging, because you want your parents to live for as long as possible with as much quality of life as possible. So that is usually a concern as well. That was number 2. Number 3, restlessness. About life, about living, searching. So it's like I'm looking for something and I'm not quite sure what it is. And sometimes I feel like packing a bag and just leaving, going to another country, but practicality and sensibility in my brain says no, I don't think that is a good idea. And I was thinking about this, and I thought that restlessness is that energy, is often that creative thing that actually helps you step into a time in your life where perhaps you actually step into your destiny, your passion, into doing something completely new, something that you may have pushed aside years before because you were raising children, you were working, so other things were your priority. And it's interesting because I was thinking about this one day, and it was either that day or the next day that Sandra from Life Over 60 with Sandra uploaded a video called Female Role Models Who Prove It's Never Too Late. And it was an amazing video, and I will link it also below for you to watch. It was about these women who in their 50s, 60s, 70s plus walked into a time of their lives where creativity and this restlessness and this energy helped them channel previous passions and searchings, and they actually started new businesses, new ventures, and it's like they began their lives all over again. And it is an excellent video. So, is letting this restlessness and this energy work for you, not against you, and kind of, I told myself 2018 will be a year of where my work will be limitless into what I do, what I step into, no limiting the view of what I can and cannot do. So that was number 3. Number 4. It's kind of similar, but it's a sense of urgency. And I think we all can relate to this, especially when we step into midlife. It's feeling like we are racing against the clock. And the downside of this is that often when you feel that way, you may tend to make rash decisions, impulsive decisions, because you feel like, I have to do this because I'm running out of time. We are not running out of time, actually. We have lots of times. And but it has also helped me, it has put me into a reflective mode of thinking, now that I'm not parenting like I used to, now that I have more time, I've become sort of introspective and thinking about my life and thinking about what has been out of balance that needs to come into balance for me. Where have I neglected myself that I need to come back and look at it and work on it? So that is doing that for me. So I'm thinking about all these things, and that was number 4. Number 5, last but not least, is a little bit more practical, and that is finances. It's on my mind on a daily basis, and retirement. What am I going to do as I move forward? Having just finalized my divorce. If you've divorced, you know that financially you do take a hit because all expenses essentially become times 2. And it is very difficult. Our lifestyles have changed, and I am at a point where I need to position myself for perhaps where I want to retire. That may include a geographical move somewhere where I can start over while I'm still young, perhaps to get a job and start building a foundation in a new place, in a new home, and make it long term. But I don't know yet. I'm still looking at all my options. I don't know. And I do not want for number 4 a source of urgency and feeling like I'm racing against the clock to push me to make a decision that I may regret later. So keeping all these things into perspective. So these are my 5. And I do not know right now who to tag, and because I didn't think about it before, but oh gosh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to list it below who I am tagging. So look below, and if it's you, good luck. Can't wait to hear what your 5 hurdles are. I thank you for watching and subscribing, and I hope you have an amazing day and an amazing week. I love you all. Kisses to my children, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.